Now, I have this differently. It's not on my tripod. It is in my glass. So it's a little bit different, and it might even be better because it's much closer to me. So, hey, beauty babies, it's your girl, Ya. And we're going to try to do a beginner today. Okay. And we're going to be using a new product. Well, a few new products, actually. One of them is going to be this Maybelline Superstay concealer. This is new. I saw it in, excuse me, I saw it in my eye. I saw it in Walmart the day before yesterday. This is in the color tan. Okay, so we're gonna try it. I've already done my skin prep. I use and the name is all wiped off right now. This is Fourth Rays Good Mood Gel. It's a water gel. I use that with my Josie Maran Argan Oil in their fresh spray. Very, very nice. So I'm just going to put some Tatcha Silk Canvas on as a primer. I have been really enjoying this. I don't get any reactions from it. And it really works well as a primer. It deals with the pores. It's just really great, and you don't need a lot. So I really, really like it. I hate saying that. I really, really like it. You know, we have those phrases as YouTubers that we just say constantly, and you don't realize how bad it is until you watch yourself or you listen to somebody else do it. And then you're like, oh man, what is it that I'm doing that's like that? You know, like there's some people that say, or some people say, I absolutely love it. And they say that about everything. Or they say, what's the other phrase? I'm obsessed with it. I'm just obsessed with it. And we grab onto them, we gravitate to them, and our body has muscle memory, so it'll just come out without even consciously thinking of it. And I think mine is really, really, I really, really like it. I'm going to stick with Maybelline for today. So we're going to stick with the Superstay family. Just to give it the benefit of being used with its own stuff. And we'll see just how super we can get it. So I've got Warm Sun and Warm Coconut. I have to actually mix these two to get my look, because this is really too light on its own for my entire face, and the other one is too dark for my entire face. So I'm just putting a squirt of this on my palette. One squirt, or one pump, I guess I should say. And then, oh no, this is new. No, baby. This is a backup. Here's the Warm Coconut. I was about to open the backup. Oh no, ma'am. Since this is coming out, I have an update video coming out that I'm editing. I also have an edited tutorial that I'll be posting and a haul. So don't worry, my whole channel does not comprise of these live videos. But I do these because my subscribers ask for them. They wanted makeup looks done in real time from beginning to end without edits or any speed ups. So, so we're gonna put the lights. Actually, let's do a little color correction. Although it's Superstay, you don't need a lot. And I want to see what the concealer is gonna do. So we're gonna go without color correction for right now, okay? Let's put the light here. Normally I do color correct, but sometimes I do want to see how good the product is on its own. Now the darker color. This is coconut, warm coconut. I may need a little bit more of that a little bit more of the warm coconut. Okay. Real techniques. And let's go. You know, when you have something that's full coverage, it doesn't necessarily mean, look at that warm coconut, just raw. I'm gonna turn it over. When you have something that's full coverage, and I'm saying this because this is stuff that I see on Instagram and YouTube. And also to say, you know, in a lot of people's defense, that's all they have that's easily accessible to them is Instagram and YouTube. So when I hear people complain about how sometimes everybody has the same look and people's makeup is like real extreme, lashes are real extreme, and I understand that sometimes people go overboard. Most of the times they're just copying what they see, you know. And if we had more MUAs, people like It's Crystal and other ones who actually shared their knowledge with us and showed us other ways of doing it, and you supported those people, then you would get the different looks instead of shunning people, okay, who don't have access. You know, I don't, you know, people don't have $300, $200 to go to your makeup class. Well, actually, they're more like 500 and up to learn how to just beat my face. Beat my face, okay? And you have this free tool that's there. And you can't always trust the makeup companies to do it because some of the stuff that they do is geared towards their products, not necessarily just what you can do with a product. Okay, I'm going in with the, this might be too dark. That looks dark, don't it? Let me see. Oh, it looks like my, no, it's lighter. Not a whole lot lighter, but I'm just using a little bit. This is more than I usually use, but I didn't do any color correction, so. But I'm still kind of like, it looks like it dries really fast. We're gonna see. It's definitely matte. It does blend out. It just looks, if I were you, I wouldn't let this sit under the eyes too long because it's drying. As soon as it gets on your face, it starts to dry. But the coverage is definitely there. I'm looking to see if my dark spots are peeking through at all. I don't see that much. The foundation really did a great job on this. You can see a little bit of my dark mark right there, but it's not really too bad. Now, this is deeper than what's going on with my chest right here, but I can still get away with it. Okay. Now, I also have the, if I wanted to lighten up this area some more, I could. I think I want to go in with my Juvia's Place concealer only because it's a lot creamier. That's even warmer than what I just had on. So I'm going to go in with my 13. So I think if I did use color correction, this would be a winner. Or if I used a little bit more, like if I went back in. So I'm going to be honest with my beauty babies who are like me. You are mature in age. I'm getting some serious orange going on. With that warm coconut, you got to be really careful. I see it. It's really, really brown, and it's going to get more brown as the day goes on. I know y'all are like, what are you doing? That's what I like about that Juvia's Place concealer. It's quite nice. Okay. I feel a little bit better about that. Because when it's so like orangey down there, it starts scaring me. Okay, so what I do with the powder? Here it is. I got the powder called calamari, and be careful when you're picking your powder. The pictures on their website are nowhere close to the colors of these powders. Okay, calamari I thought was this nice warm kind of orangey warm tone, which you know I'm used to using and creating. No, it is more like a yellow, more like a yellow. I'm trying to get it to you without the brightness of the, there it is. Okay, it's more like a yellow. I can't say a Sasha Cosmetics yellow because I don't have Sasha Cosmetics, but it's not a banana yellow. It's a little warmer than that. And I'm just shaking it all over my shirt. Okay. But we're going to give it another shot. I'm going to use, this is a good way to test how this product works. Every time I hit the little thing, it shoots out of the thing. We're going to give it a little test to see how it works with other foundations. Because to me, something is only as good as it works with other stuff as well as its own product. I usually do this with a sponge, but the last time I tried it with a sponge, it was just too much and it sucked the life out of my under eye. And this is doing pretty good. Doing it like this. Basically just stamping it around. Okay, I can deal with that. Now that's one of the things about Maybelline Superstay is that even though it's a matte foundation, it has a kind of thickness to it that you really have to be careful not to have too heavy of a hand with it and to try to like melt it into your face. But it has like a nice luminosity to it. Even though it's matte, it still keeps a certain amount of luminosity to it, which I appreciate. Okay, still with these bogus eyebrow y'all could be mad at me if you want, but I love my Slim Shady Maybelline pencil and Maybelline Slim Shady LA Girl pencil. And I am just so tired of buying other eyebrow pencils and none of them are any good. And some of these eyebrow pencils are expensive. Like that Revlon one I got, that was $10. I happen to have had a coupon on it that made it $5, but it's $10, and it was, to me, a piece of junk. It was so slippery. It was too dark. And a lot of these brands don't have a black brown color, but you should. There should be one color lower than black that isn't ashy. or too brown. So now we're going to attempt to use this Essence Super Last 24-hour eyebrow pomade pencil. And this is their dark brown, which to me is not dark enough. But we're just going to have to use it. There we go. There we go. I'm so sorry about that, y'all. Let me put this on silent. I always forget to do that. My bad. It has a little sharpener. That's nice to know. So I can put this in here to bring it back to that little tip, I guess. Now I'm going to try to use this is on the other side of the thing. It's like a little brush, but not a spoolie brush, a different kind of brush. I can make that work, I think. Hey, you flashed on the screen and you flashed back off, but I saw you. So I already put on the Maybelline Superstay foundation and their new Superstay concealer. This is the color tan. It is lighter than the Warm Sun, but not a whole lot. So if you want brightening, I would go with caramel. I think I might actually go back and get caramel. These are not cheap. These are like 10 bucks. But I looked at other concealers and how much they have in them, and this is pretty much comparable as far as the amount goes. You get a good amount. You get 7 milliliters of this, but it does dry quickly, so you can't let it sit on your face. You got to blend it in really quickly. Okay. Let me see. I also set the under eye with the new Juvia's Place powder. This is in the color Kalahari. I did that also. So now let's just go and do a little bit of contouring. Because my face is really warm because of that warm coconut, I'm not going to do too much bronzing because I already look like that. And the chest here is a little bit lighter, so I'll have to be careful. And that's why we're going to skip the bronzing today, because I'm already looking bronze. So let's try to find that brush. Where was that brush we used last time? It should be over here. Hey, Shantae. That's Shantae. I saw you. It popped back up. Hey, Shantae. Okay. Black Radiance. I really like Black Radiance. I don't know what's going on with their Instagram social media team. They claim that, you know, they will post your work or like your work. And they used to all the time. They used to come and like my pages, like my posts. Because I don't really, I don't work for brands to post me on their page. Of course I tag them and, you know, because if they do, it's nice when it happens. That's not always my goal. But they could at least come and like your post, especially if you're a regular and you're always tagging them. That means that whoever follows you or sees you, they see that you use this product consistently. And if you don't look cray-cray and your looks look nice, I feel like they should come and hit like on your post. Because, you know, they social media PR, that's public relations with the public, you being the public. PR doesn't mean sending you stuff. That's just like one little aspect of PR. PR means having relationships with the public that are positive so that people continue to use your product and tell their friends about it. So anytime they like my pictures, I always collect the likes along with other companies that do, and then I post it to show what a great company they are, that they take the time out to like, you know, my stuff, blah blah blah. People see that, they're like, oh, Black Radiance, they all right. Well, they stopped doing it. It's been like a month or so, more than a month, I would say. But I haven't gotten a like from their stuff in a while, and I even have done posts where I use their contour palette on my eyes. And I don't know what that's about. I know that they only post people on their page that have huge followings. I noticed that also. They weren't always like that, but they are now. And they just like, and I send stuff to them, which is what they said to do. That don't do nothing. So I'm not gonna stop using the products because it's great products, but yeah. When you give it, it should come back to you. And if you don't get it on this side, you get it on the other side. But when you start taking people's expressions of gratitude for granted, you know, because we're smaller, you know, you starting to go into the deficit. Okay, instead of being giving, you start building up a deficit. So you always want to keep yourself in the plus when it comes to giving and stuff like that, and being grateful and appreciative. So I think we're good. We'll do a little cleanup underneath the eye with the Kalahari. I'm not doing it with my sponge like I usually do, because this stuff is really finely milled, and it can be kind of drying. So if you have dry under eyes, you're either gonna have to use a really light hand and a brush, or it might not be for you. If you liked Fenty and Huda's powder. You might like this. Okay. Now I had the other day I used, I'm not going to use that though because that's CoverGirl. I'm going to use where is it? Here we go. I'm going to use the Superstay powder. But this orange, y'all. Oh, God. I have to go real light. This one is the coconut. They need a color that's a little bit lighter than this. That's the only thing I don't like about the Superstay line. It doesn't have enough shades. Like, they expanded the liquid part, but this powder part, they need more shades in the powder part. So we're going to do on the eyes. This is going to be beginner. So let's keep it simple. Simple, simple. I think I'm going to use a really basic kind of palette to show a basic eye. The thing about when you're first starting out is really trying to stay simple and master a certain eye look first before going into an eye look. And that's what I would suggest doing. Once you master the technique of putting down foundation and putting down eyeshadow, you can do a lot of different eye looks. Let's go with I think we'll go with Makeup Shayla's palette, the Perception palette, and we'll just stick with basic eyes. Okay, now you want to try to always have a transition color, and you want to start with something that's close to your skin tone or lighter in the color scheme that you're going to use. Okay, so I'm going with this color called Culture. You know what? Do I want to, let's put a base on the eyes. But we're not going to use concealer this time, okay? I'm giving it all to you. We're going to use, I used to have, is that it? Nope. We're going to use this Maybelline eye primer as soon as I get my hands on it. It's on my desk somewhere because I use it every now and again, but I don't see it back there. I don't see it. That is so silly. It's probably right here in my face too, and I just don't see it. Let's use concealer then, because I can't find it. It's my Milani eye primer, but I really don't see it. And eye primers are good. Oh, here it is. I found it. Nope, that's not it. That's not. Oh, that is funny. That's what happens when it's live, y'all. Sometimes everything don't go your way. Let's use the same concealer on the eyes. See, what it's like as a base, okay? If you don't have concealer or you're not using it, you can put the foundation that you have on your eyes and then set it with powder, or you can get an eye primer. I wouldn't suggest doing the eyes without some type of primer or base. Okay, so we tried that. Let's go ahead and dust over that with some powder. The reason why we do this step is so that the eyeshadow doesn't get caught on the wetness of the concealer. We want the eyeshadows to just glide across. Having a great base will give you consistency and color across the entire eye, so you won't get some spots that are bright, some spots that are dark, and it allows the color to just nicely glide across the eye, especially if you have wrinkly eyelids like I do. This step is really helpful. Okay, let's go back to getting our transition color on now. You can windshield wipe. It's quicker, but I would suggest doing a combination of windshield wiping and circular motions right above the crease area, which is above where your eyeball socket is. See the eyeball socket right here? Where it folds in? You're going right above that. And then you're going to bring it down just a little bit. Or you can bring it down over the whole eye. It's up to you. That way when you use your next color, it's going to blend from one color into the next. That's why sometimes windshield wiping alone can limit your look, because if you windshield wipe enough, you can actually create a line of windshield wipe. And you might say, oh, well, why is that a big deal? Because if I look at your eye and can tell that you windshield wipe, then that means you might want to change it up a little bit, because it gives your eye looks a certain look when all you do is like this, like this, like this. So just add circular motions in with there to offset that. All right, so now I'm going to move on to a deeper color, okay? Since we want to keep it really simple, but we want to have color, we don't want to have just a completely neutral eye, what I'm going to do is go in with a little bit of this color. Do I want that? Yeah, this color called, what is it called? Thick. This is this color. It's called Thick. And it's like a warm orange. And we're going to use the same brush. I'm just going to clean it off on my homemade color switch, which is really just a ponytail donut, ponytail mesh donut. You can get them from the Dollar Tree for $1. I'm concentrating a lot of this color in the crease. Okay, and dragging it over. And the reason why I like this brush is because it'll spread the color for you really well and give you a soft look. You don't have to use this particular brush, which is from BH Cosmetics, so it's not expensive. But you want a brush that's got that softness with the open bristles. It's not super densely packed. It has a larger surface area. Okay. And you can keep the color out here to right here like I was doing. You can bring some in. Okay, and now I'm just going to use one more color and then I'm going to call it quits, okay? We're just doing really simple eyes. This is a wearable work eye. I'm going to shush you. We're going in with another brush. You can get a eyeshadow brush for this. And we can use an eyeshadow brush too. Eyeshadow brush. Okay, get your eyeshadow brush and you pick a darker color. You could either pick this brown and you'll have like a nice simple kind of smoke, or you could go with this color, which is it's like a reddish brown instead of a deep brown, and that's what I'm gonna go with right now. It's the color Revenge. You're starting from the inner corner and going out. And you want to go a little bit above your crease area, just a little tiny bit of where your lid folds into the top lid. Now, if you have the eyelids where you don't have a lot of lid space and they fold in, you have to do your eye makeup a little bit differently. Where you really like work within the lid space you do have and you allow some of the crease colors to come up, but you don't take it all the way in because you can really just, you know, close off your entire eye and it looks really cray-cray. Okay. I'm feeling that. All right, we're gonna go back with this orange. We're gonna go back with the color Thick, okay? Okay, now you've got this pretty simple monochromatic kind of look going on. You could throw some mascara on, go to work just like this, be fine. In the inner corner, if you want to give yourself a little bit of pop and still be work worthy, You can go in with TF, which is that color right there. Which one is this color TF? I think symbolized for Makeup Sheila her dog that had passed away. His name was Titus. Oh no, I lied. This shade right here is Titus, the grayish shade. TF means something else. Probably means like curse word or something. I don't know. So I'm going in the corner with that. And I'm using a brush I don't normally use. I think we'll be okay. And I'm gonna go in with the brush I usually use to do my inner tear duct work and just blend that more. Okay. All right. Now you can stop right here, and I'm gonna stop right here instead of doing a lot of under eye work and stuff like that, because to be honest with y'all, that under eye work and stuff, that's extra that you don't have to do it. You don't even have to do any eyeliner work, okay? But for the sake of showing you that step, now if I wanted to get fancy, I would use one of my liquid eyeshadows and do a liquid eyeliner look at the base of that. Even though it might seem extra, it probably will look pretty nice. We're going to use one of these Tarte mascaras, eyeliners. Try to continue with that monochromatic theme. Yeah. Okay. So this has a smudger on the other side, which a lot of eyeliners do. And you can just take the excess and just pull it out. All right. Let's pull that out. Okay. And you're giving yourself like a nice little semi-wing. Very understated, which is good. We like understated. There's nothing wrong with it. All right. Now we're going to use some mascara. I'm going to go with Exhibitionist by CoverGirl. I know it's not a Maybelline mascara. When I find, but it's beautiful, it's affordable. Lord bless my aide right now, God. She needs you to step in. This, holding your brush this way and just blinking down a little bit can help give you some extension on the lashes. Just be careful. Especially if you have problems with using the eyelash curler and you pinched your eyes. And I'm laughing because I've done it. I was just praying right now for my aid. Okay, and we're going to keep it like that. Really simple. Move to the lips and we'll really be done. Okay, I don't always recommend nudes for every freaking thing. I do like glosses. I do like matchy matchy. I am not opposed to matchy matchy. Some people are, but not me. I'm not opposed to it. If you want to be matchy matchy, be matchy matchy. I will have my makeup matching my shirt and my whatever dress is gonna, yeah, because that's, I don't, you know, I like it. And if you have enough subtlety going on and if you have enough softness going on, you can actually pull that off without people really realizing it, you know. And then they'll be staring at you and then they'll be like, hey, your makeup matches your shirt and your hair. And y'all, yes, it surely does. So that's just how I feel. So with something like this, you could really put whatever you want on your lips, to just be honest. You could go nude, you could do pencil and a gloss. I'm going to do like some warm lips on the nude side. Yeah, on the nude side. Because I've just been really feeling this lip combo. This is Cocoa from Nicka K. Very inexpensive makeup brand, but you have to go to like a beauty supply store to do it. Okay. Then this is the Wet n Wild High Shine Lipstick in Cedar Later. Very pretty color. I really like this formula by Wet n Wild. It's really nice. You can leave it like this. I'm going to give it a little bit more dimension, putting a lighter color on the inside. This is called Caught You Bare Naked. Okay. And it just removes the heaviness that the other color had. It was a nice color, but sometimes it can weight you down. A deeper color can weight you down. And you can give it lift by putting a lighter color on the inside. And then I'm going to give it a little bit more shiny. Like, oh my God, they're already so shiny. By using this glitter lip gloss. by Bare Minerals. It's called Golden Glaze. I'm feeling it, I'm feeling it, I'm feeling it. I just want like a little deeper on the lip. Let's try Cocoa. This is also a Nicka K. Is this Nicka K? Now I'm gonna do a little bit of glow, well, like a bronzy glow. This is the Sunless Body Art by Coastal Scents. I use this on Instagram. It's really nice, really nice. I'm gonna use my tapered brush, pick up a nice amount, and you're really pointing it down and bring it back and forth. I prefer this type of brush for highlight or bronze for my face because I have a round face. And anytime I've tried to use a fan, you always get a line, this hard line, which I do not like. And this way, you don't get a hard line. It's just nice, okay? When you use a bronzer with shine, it doesn't have to, what am I trying to say? It doesn't have to be super gold to look really nice. Like, to me, I think that's gorgeous. Because you're really trying to just give your face the idea of light hitting the face. That's really what you're trying to do. Okay, now we're just gonna set the face. I'm gonna use the Smashbox Primer Water. This is a pretty good setting spray, and it'll also give you a nice little glow. We're gonna use the Jackie Aina trick and just push everything in. Just to meld and melt in everything together. Okay? All right. Okay. Very simple. We only used 3 eyeshadows. You really could keep it to 2 with this if you wanted to, because it's really just that nice monochromatic kind of look. I didn't even use blush. It's not super necessary. You know what I'm saying? It's like an extra kind of thing. You don't even have to have eyeshadow. As long as you have a nice base laid, you could just put one color and go with that. So you don't have to pick this type of color. You could pick a nude color and just really layer on the mascara and go like that, okay? So just really pare down You don't have to use everything all the time, and we'll continue to do more beginner series where we keep the product list kind of small. But I did want to try out that Maybelline Superstay concealer, and to me it looks like it is a good concealer. I can still see a little bit of my dark circles peeking through a little bit, but not a lot. Next time I will use a color corrector with it. Um, it dries really fast, so you're gonna have to work really fast with it. And I use the Juvia's Place powder in Kalahari. I would suggest, if you have mature skin or dry under eye, not to use your sponge with it unless you just gently tap it and gently press. Otherwise, get a brush and use a brush to apply the powder underneath the eyes. And you did see the color, it's like a yellow. It's not an orange like the pictures show on their website, okay? All right, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this live beginner look, okay? And I will see you in the next live video. Hey, Shirley. I didn't say hi to Shirley. I just want to let you see closer before I hang it up. Not too shabby. Me like it. All right. See y'all in the next live or the next video.